Hi guys, M1 Carbine or Carbine. This is the M1 Carbine was designed in 1941 and it is probably the longest serving US military rifle, and it served from 1942 up until the mid or early 70s rather. Up until the early 70s it was in World War II, Korea, as well as in Vietnam. And it was used by various police departments, prisons departments, and it also saw service across Latin America in various wars. These are still made today by various commercial companies. Back in the day, Winchester designed the little cartridge, and Winchester also submitted the first design for the carbine. And as part of the war effort, M1 carbines were made by various companies, like Winchester, but also um, the typewriter companies made them. Even the jukebox company Rockola, they they made them. And some other companies that didn't make the actual carbine, they would like make just the sights and supply the sights, or some would just make the barrels. And so this particular one, the barrel is by Buffalo Arms and it's made in 1943. The action is, and you can't really see it, it's a Saginaw SG, that's steering gear, and that's a division of GM. So this particular one came in, made in 1943, and then went to Korea. Now it was either in Korea as part of the US forces there, or as part of the military aid that the US did to South Korea, and then it was re-imported back into the US as milsurp in the early 90s. Yeah, there's a little round in comparison to a 9mm. So it is 30 cal, so it is definitely smaller in diameter, but then the case is longer. The rifles came with a 15 round magazine, and also when the M2 came out, which was the full auto version, it had a 30 round banana mag, had a straight profile and then like a bit of a kink on it there. The controls, mag release over there, safety there. The first one's had a push button, but the guys got confused between the mag release and which is the safety, and would drop the mag in battle. Sights, you got elevation by just sliding that up and down, and windage by rotating the adjustment knob on the side. Bayonet lug at the bottom, that's part of this sleeve that holds on the top of the handguard. Front sight has got wings around it. The first ones didn't have a bayonet lug. The sling swivel there, and then the sling goes through the stock. On that side you got an oil bottle that sits there, and the sling goes around the oil bottle, and that's your oiler to oil up the gun. The action is very similar to a Mini 14 or an M1 Garand or a M14 or M1A. It is a rotating bolt with the extractor right there. Very similar. It does not stay open on the last round. It does have a bolt stop though that you got to manually just press that button down, and and it just goes into that little notch. I'm going to take it down. You can see what it looks like inside and what the takedown procedure is. To start off, you got a little coin slot over there where you can put a coin in. I've got a penny in there at the moment. Once you got that undone, you slide this collar forward. It's got the barrel band, the sling swivel, as well as the bayonet lug is on there. You slide that forward, and the top wood comes off. Magazine's got to be out, and then slides out of the stock. And then push out that pin and slide the trigger group backwards. It's got a dovetail at the bottom, at the back end there. Slide that out. So there's the trigger group as well as the mag well. There's the hammer. Pull out the recoil spring. It's just a spring with a rod. And come back to the back end of it, and you pull on. There's a spot where the charging handle gets out of the rail, right there, and get that out. The bolt, you get the bolt out of the rail, and then just lift it out. And then the charging handle, you got a notch right there, and you got to get it out on that notch. So you got that rail or lip that runs in that rail and that notch, and that's how it gets out. And that's as far as you need to strip to clean it. So you can clean the barrel, clean the rails. This is the gas system here. It's a little captive little piston that pops out. So this is the gas block, so it blows gas through there, and then that punches back, and just that little bit of movement hits the back of the charging handle over there and punches this back, cycling the fire on. And then you got the cam rail over there, and that's where the bolt slides in that cam rail, and that's what rotates the bolt, is that cam cut out there. So putting it back together, you can get the bolt in there. We get this back on. We got to hook it that side and find that opening so that it can get in on the rail. Get the bolt into that cam rail, and get it back to the cutout where it slides into the rail. That's it, and that's how it works. So there you can see the bolt going into the cam rail, twisting the bolt, rotating it anti-clockwise for it to unlock. And there's your gas system, and it punches back at that point. Get the recoil rod back in. Got a hole in front of the receiver over there. So the recoil rod goes in there, or the spring goes in there, and then you got a hole on the bolt carrier over there, or the bolt charging handle assembly, and you get that into that little hole like that, and now you're good to go. Put the trigger assembly back, get it on there, slide it in on that dovetail, not all the way through like that, to that point, line up your hole, put the pin in, and you're done. There's the hammer. If I pull the trigger, then it's safe. Fire. The hammer strikes the back of the bolt. The back of the action, you've got a lip there like a muzzle loading firearm, and at the back of the stock you got this insert, and you just hook that in there, and that goes on there. You got a lip there where a sheet metal lip of the wood, the top wood, goes in underneath, and it sits in that position, and then the front barrel band slides on and over like that, and then just got to tighten up that that screw. I'll use a screwdriver this time around. There you go, guys. Just a basic tear down for cleaning and reassembly. Hope you found that interesting. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.